Captain, before we step onto this sweetness and richness island, tell me, what does chocolate make you feel when it means the sweet food made from cocoa, a piece or serving of that food, and the rich dark brown color linked with it? Meaning 1. A sweet food made from cocoa. Used for the general food made from cocoa, often mixed with sugar and milk. Example: they shared hot chocolate on deck during the cold evening watch. Common use: dark chocolate, milk chocolate, hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Meaning 2. A piece, bar, or serving of chocolate. Used for one specific amount or item of the food. Example: she kept a small chocolate in her pocket for the long journey. Common use: a bar of chocolate, a piece of chocolate, box of chocolates. One chocolate. Meaning 3. A rich dark brown color. Used for the color that looks like cocoa or dark chocolate. Example: the boat had a chocolate sailbag hanging by the mast. Common use: chocolate brown, chocolate coat, chocolate color. Chocolate brown. Chocolate most commonly means the sweet food made from cocoa. It can also mean one specific serving, such as a bar or a piece. In everyday description, it is often used as a color word for a rich, dark brown shade. Taste the sweetness and notice the color, Captain. Carry chocolate for the cocoa-made treat that warms a cold moment, for the single piece saved for the road ahead, and for the rich brown shade that leaves its quiet mark on the journey as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this choice and direction island, tell me, what does decision make you feel when it means a choice made after thinking, an official judgment or ruling, and the moment when uncertainty ends and one path is chosen? Meaning 1. A choice made after thinking. Used when someone considers options and then chooses one. Example: her decision to leave before dawn saved the crew from the storm. Common use: make a decision, difficult decision, final decision. Final decision. Meaning 2. An official judgment, ruling, or formal outcome. Used when a council, judge, board, or authority gives a formal answer. Example: the Harbor Council announced its decision after the long meeting. Common use: court decision, official decision, decision of the council. Council decision. Meaning 3. The moment when uncertainty ends and one path is chosen. Used for the turning point when hesitation stops and action begins. Example: after hours of doubt, the decision came with one clear look at the tide. Common use: moment of decision, come to a decision, decision point. Moment of decision. Decision is a noun connected to choosing, judging, and ending uncertainty. Sometimes it means a personal choice. Sometimes it means an official ruling. Sometimes it points to the exact turning moment when thought becomes action. Choose with clarity when the path divides, Captain. Carry decision for the choice shaped by thought, for the ruling that settles matters with authority, and for the sharp turning moment when doubt falls away, and the journey commits to one direction as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this parts and structure island, tell me, what does consist make you feel when it means to be made of certain parts, to have something as its main feature, and to exist in a particular form or condition? Meaning 1, to be made of certain parts. Used when something is formed from specific pieces or elements. Example: the meal consisted of fish, bread, and warm soup. Common use: consist of several parts, mainly consist of, consist entirely of. Consist of 3 parts. Meaning 2, to have something as its main feature or essence. Used when the most important part of something lies in one quality, idea, or action. Example: true leadership consists in staying calm when others panic. Common use: consist in doing, consist in courage, largely consist in. Leadership consists in calm. Meaning 3, to exist in a particular form or condition. Used when something remains as one state, pattern, or situation. Example: the damage consisted mostly of broken ropes and wet supplies. Common use: consist mostly of, consist largely of, consist partly of. Damage consists mostly of this. Consist is a structure word that often appears with, of, or sometimes in. With of, it usually means being made of parts. Within, it often points to the real essence or core of something. In wider use, it can describe what a condition or result mainly contains. Look closely at what makes the whole, Captain. Carry consist for the parts that form a complete thing, for the inner quality that gives something its true meaning, and for the visible condition that shows what remains when the surface is stripped away as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this behavior and guidance island, tell me, what does conduct make you feel when it means behavior or the way someone acts, to organize or carry out an activity, and to guide or carry something from one place to another, such as heat, sound, or electricity. Meaning 1. Behavior or the way someone acts. Used for a person's manner, behavior, or way of acting in a situation. Example: the captain praised the crew for their calm conduct during the storm. Common use: good conduct, bad conduct, professional conduct. Good conduct. Meaning 2. To organize, lead, or carry out an activity. Used when someone manages, performs, or directs a meeting, test, study, or operation. Example: she conducted the safety check before the boat left the harbor. Common use: conduct a meeting, conduct research, conduct an inspection. Conduct the inspection. Meaning 3. To guide, carry, or transmit something such as heat, sound, or electricity. Used when a material allows energy or force to move through it. Example: metal conducts heat much faster than wood. Common use: conduct electricity, conduct heat, conduct sound. Metal conducts heat. Conduct can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it often means behavior. As a verb, it can mean managing an activity or allowing heat, sound, or electricity to pass through a material. Read the action, the guidance, and the hidden movement inside the word, captain. Carry conduct for the behavior that reveals character, for the steady leadership that carries a task through, and for the unseen path that lets heat or energy travel onward as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this movement and flow island, tell me, what does circulate make you feel when it means to move around continuously, to pass among many people, and to flow through a system or space? Meaning 1. To move around continuously. Used when something goes round and round or travels through an area again and again. Example: small boats circulated around the harbor during the festival. Common use: circulate around, circulate freely, continue to circulate. Boats circulate here. Meaning 2. To pass among many people. Used when information, papers, news, or objects are shared from one person to another. Example: a safety notice circulated quickly among the harbor workers. Common use: circulate a message, circulate news, widely circulated. Circulate this message. Meaning 3. To flow through a system or space. Used when air, blood, water, or another moving thing travels through a closed or connected system. Example: fresh air circulated through the cabin after the storm. Common use: circulate air, circulate blood, circulate water. Let air circulate. Circulate is a movement word. It can describe physical movement around an area, the spreading of news or objects among people, or the flowing of air, blood, or water through a system. Follow every path of movement with care, Captain. Carry circulate for the motion that returns around a space, for the message that passes from hand to hand, and for the quiet flow that keeps air, water, or life moving through the whole as we sail to the next island.